You guys, we seriously need to talk about Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, because this story is spiraling out of control. After all the Diddy drama and the Danny Masterson disaster, Mila has reportedly packed her bags and dipped out. And honestly, after the kind of dirt that's coming to the surface, who could blame her? This once squeaky clean Hollywood couple is now hiding from the spotlight, and it looks like their marriage is hanging by a thread. Okay, so let's rewind a bit. Ashton and Mila were already under fire last year when they wrote those now infamous character letters to support Danny Masterson after he was convicted of serious crimes. Public backlash was so intense that they were forced to step down from their anti-trafficking charity, Thorn. And now, things have only gotten worse, because Ashton's past connections to Diddy are being dragged back into the spotlight, and it's looking real messy. Rumors are swirling that Ashton might have some explaining to do in connection with Diddy's legal mess, and blind items are dropping like bombs. One blind item claims Mila moved into a separate property they own because damning video footage involving Ashton is about to leak. People close to the couple say Mila wanted space before the storm hits. And yeah, if these rumors are true, this is way more than just taking a break.
We have a lot to unpack here. We have a new blind item about Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, and Sean Diddy Combs. And the blind item reads, the current wife of this former A-list, mostly television actor from multiple hit shows has moved into a different property they own. She wants distance when the videos including him start to leak. And this is allegedly about Ashton Kutcher's involvement with Diddy, everything Diddy is currently being charged for, and what he may or may not have let transpire during those years.
Let's not forget the whispers that Mila took a solo trip to Europe early this year without Ashton. That's a huge red flag. Some sources say it was a personal getaway. Others say she was running from something or someone. Either way, her absence only fueled speculation that the marriage is falling apart behind closed doors. And here's where things get even sketchier. Ashton has been friends with Diddy for years. They were seen at parties together, and Ashton even said in an interview that Diddy was the ultimate wingman for single men. Not a good look now. He's also remained super vague about what went down at those parties. In a 2019 Hot Ones interview, he literally said, "I've got a lot I can't tell." Why not, Ashton? Because you're worried it might come out in court now?
So let me get this straight. So Mila Kunis has allegedly moved out of her home with Ashton because of the information that is about to be released about Ashton and Demi at these Diddy freak-off parties. And it's common knowledge that Demi and Ashton would attend Diddy parties repeatedly. It was well known that Diddy and Ashton were actual friends. And we also know that the reason why this power couple divorced in the first place was because of trust issues and cheating rumors. Allegedly, Demi wanted to stop going to these freak-off parties and Ashton did not.
There's also chatter that Mila had no idea how deep Ashton's connections went with certain people until very recently. Some even say that footage of Ashton, Diddy, and Demi Moore, his ex-wife, together at one of those wild parties might be coming out. And apparently, Mila wants no part in it. And as if that's not bad enough, people are digging up all kinds of disturbing stuff from Ashton's past. Let's talk about that awful comment he made about Hilary Duff when she was just 15. He joked that she, along with the Olsen twins, were girls, "We're all waiting to turn 18. That's disgusting, and it's aged terribly, especially for a guy who co-founded a nonprofit to protect children.
Hilary Duff is in Lizzie McGuire. She also has an album out. She's going to be in a movie called Cheaper by the Dozen, and she's one of the girls that we're all waiting for to turn 18, along with the Olsen twins."
Which brings us to Thorn, Ashton's organization meant to fight human trafficking. That same organization he had to leave because of the Masterson scandal. Now people are questioning whether any of it was genuine or if it was just Hollywood PR. One of Danny Masterson's victims even accused Ashton of hiding dark secrets and claimed she heard a call between Ashton and Danny the night of a horrific crime in 2001.
One of Danny Masterson's victims wrote on social media on her story, she posted, "Dear Ashton, I know the secrets your role model keeps for you." Role model being Danny Masterson. "Ones that would end you. Did you forget I was there? You were on speakerphone the night you called Danny on February 21st, 2001, which is the night of Ashley Elleren's murder.
You've got to be kidding.
I heard everything. I heard the plan. In my opinion, you're just as sick as your mentor."
And yes, that crime involves a woman named Ashley Elleren, a 22-year-old fashion student who was brutally murdered the night Ashton was supposed to take her to a party. He showed up at her place, didn't get a response, and claims he saw what he thought was a wine stain through the window. That stain? Blood. He left. didn't call the police. Later, he panicked when he found out what happened, saying, "My fingerprints are on the door." The killer was eventually caught, but Ashton's name has remained linked to the case ever since. But we're not done yet. There's also chatter connecting Ashton to Brittany Murphy's suspicious death. She dated him back in the day, and after her death from pneumonia and anemia, people started raising eyebrows, especially since Diddy's ex, Kim Porter, also died under eerily similar circumstances. The autopsies even found signs of poisoning. Coincidence? Maybe. But people online don't seem to think so. Britney Spears once owned the house Brittany Murphy died in and claimed it had a dark energy. She demanded to sell it, and Brittany Murphy ended up buying it. Then she died there. Then her husband died in the same house. And the coroner? The same one who did Kim Porter's autopsy. Creepy doesn't even begin to describe it.
Hey, does anyone remember when Brittany Murphy was dating Ashton Kutcher and they were hanging out with like P. Diddy a lot? And then does anyone remember that Brittany Murphy like died from pneumonia, but then they did an autopsy and they found out that it was rat poison? And then they also did an autopsy on like her creepy husband and they found out that it was also rat poison. And then P. Diddy's ex-wife Kim Porter, she also died from pneumonia, and they had the same coroner that Brittany Murphy had.
Now, fans are comparing Ashton's silence to the way other celebrities are handling their scandals. Like J-Lo, who's still out there trying to stay visible despite her own drama. Ashton, on the other hand, is hiding, and some say that makes him look guiltier. Meanwhile, people are calling out Mila for staying silent too long and only walking away now that the leaks are about to hit. Some fans believe she always knew and chose to ignore it, until it threatened her image. And if that wasn't enough, another creepy layer. A fan pointed out that Ashton wrote a letter to a judge defending Danny Masterson, even though he runs an anti-trafficking org. Make that make sense. Another user added that Mila might have been manipulated from a young age on the set of That 70s Show, especially since she was just a teen when she started and surrounded by much older co-stars with serious baggage. Which brings us to Topher Grace, their That 70s Show co-star, who always kept his distance from the rest of the cast. People used to say he was stuck up, but now he's the only one not swimming in scandals. That guy knew something, and maybe we should have taken notes.
There are two very important things that people need to learn from Topher Grace. The first being, you don't need to be everybody's friend. Sometimes you can just go into work and say hi and bye and that be it. And two is that you don't need to clear up people's perception of you if you know it's not true. People used to say that Topher thought he was too good to hang out with the cast of That 70s Show and that he was stuck up and that's why he wasn't friends with them.
So where does this leave Ashton and Mila? Are they over for good? Is Mila done cleaning up after Ashton's messes? And is Ashton finally about to face the consequences of the company he keeps? All signs point to a total fallout, both in their marriage and their Hollywood reputations. Let us know what you think. Is Ashton just unlucky, or is there more going on behind the scenes than we know? And do you think Mila will actually leave for good? Or is this just another Hollywood damage control moment? Either way, things are unraveling fast, and we're watching it all go down. Subscribe to our channel for the next twist in this drama, because something tells us this is only the beginning.